morning, students. How are you today?
Fine.
Okay, so for today's class, I'm going to need you guys to tell me what you did last weekend.
I went to the theater.
You went to the theater? Okay.
I went to the theater too.
You went to the movies too? Okay.
I went to church.
You went to church? Very good. You guys?
I went to the movies.
Okay, you went to the movies too?
I also went to the theater.
You also went to the movies? Okay. Lizzie, what did you do?
I stayed at home.
You stayed at home? Doing homework? Very good. Excellent. How about you, Lucy? What did you do this weekend? This
I
past
stayed at home too.
Doing homework? Well, okay. So, can somebody tell me what a verb is? It is a word that describes an action, right? Are we on the same page? So, for today's topic, we're going to be reviewing what are the past tense verbs for the regular and irregular form. I'm going to need a volunteer to help me read what's on the board. Can somebody help me read? Lucy?
The simple past is used principally to describe events in the past, but also it has some other uses. It is used to describe finished events in the past, as habitual actions, events that were true for some time in the past.
Okay, so that's why I asked you guys what you did last weekend, in order to you to remember what you did in the past. So let's start with what is a regular verb. So I have here a sentence. Can somebody help me reading it?
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart lived from 1756 to 1791.
Why do you guys think that the word lived in this sentence is in this form?
Because it's a verb?
Because it is a verb of past tense. So here it says that the verb lived is a regular past form, and in order to turn a regular verb into a past verb, the only thing that we have to do if it's regular is the verb plus an EED. Can somebody give me a sentence or an example of a word, a verb, to be precise?
Walk.
Walked, very good. Another one?
Work.
Worked, very good. Okay, so here are some more examples. We have the infinitive form, which is live, and the simple past would be?
Live.
Very good. The infinitive form would be start, and the simple past would be?
Start.
Very good. Visit would be in the simple past?
Visit.
Play,
Play.
watch,
Watch.
pay,
Pay.
drink?
Drink.
Very good. So do you guys get the main point of what a past tense verb is? Or what we have to do to turn it into a past tense verb? Just add the EED. But there are also irregular verbs. Can somebody help me to read the sentence? Listen.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Australian musician and composer.
So here we have the word was. Can somebody tell me why do you guys think the word was is an irregular form?
Because it doesn't end with anything.
Exactly. So when it comes to irregular verb, it means that the word is not going to be as the regular verb. We can't add to the word ed. So it says the verb was is an irregular past form verb, but was is the simple past of to be. Do you guys remember the verb to be?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now here I have some examples for it to you to be a little bit clearer. So there's no rule for these verbs, not as the regular verbs, there's no add, just ed. These we have to learn by heart, so that's the only thing with irregular verbs. So the infinitive form of be in the simple past would be?
Was. Where.
To write,
Wrote.
to come,
Came.
to do,
Did.
to meet,
Met.
to speak.
Spoke.
Very good. So is there any formula for these words?
No.
What do we have to do with them?
Learn hard.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick review. The forms of the simple past. The affirmative form of the simple past, to use it, is I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. So the example is, can somebody help me to read it?
I play video games.
Okay, so very good. The negative form of the simple past is I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. And we have to add a did not, or didn't. Can somebody help me to read the example?
I didn't play video games.
Very good. So the interrogative form of the simple past is did plus an I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Or, can somebody help me read the example?
Did I play video games?
Very good. So we do get the main point of these forms.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to give you guys a sheet of paper in which you guys are going to tell me what are your weekend activities after your weekends or in the weekend. So in the format we have 4 squares. There's one for work, exercise, entertainment, and relaxation. I want you guys to tell me if you did work this weekend, what did you work on? Or if you exercised this weekend, what did you exercise on? And so on and so on. So I'm going to give you, each one of you, a sheet of paper for you to fill it out with what you did this weekend using the simple past form. You guys almost finished? Yeah? that you're using? Very good. Roxana?
I didn't went in work. I didn't go to school.
You didn't? Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure it's that way?
No.
No? Okay, very good. Can you tell me something about exercise, Leslie, that you did?
I went to the gym and exercised for 3 hours.
Very good. How about you, Becca?
About exercise, I put none.
How about entertainment?
Play the piano.
You played the piano, so the past tense that you use is played. Very good. How about you, Daniela? What did you do on relaxation?
I drink hot tea.
You drank hot tea, so you use
Drink.
okay, very good. How about you, Lucy?
I listen to music.
You listened to music, very good. How about you, Lucy?
I drink.
You slept? Oh, very good. Okay, so you do get the main point of using the past tense forms. We use them to describe something that happened in the past, or in our case, this past weekend. So very good, guys. So before the class ends, what do we use these forms of verbs? What do we use them for? The past tense.
To express matching the what was already done.
Okay, so we use them to express an action that happened in the past, right? Okay, very good. So what is the formula to regular past tense verbs?
The verb plus ed.
Very good. So the regular form is verb plus an EED, right? Can somebody give me an example of a verb with ED?
Play.
Played. So it would be the verb played plus an EED. It would be played, right? And what about irregular verbs? Those are a little bit more tricky, right? But what did I recommend you guys to do with irregular verbs? Remember them by heart.